You may or may not have heard already, but the Crew Motorfest just had its first official patch, and honestly, they messed it up big. Let's go! Real quick before I get into the video, if you're looking for a community of racers to play with, join our Discord. There's a link in the description down below. That's also where I do all of my giveaways, and we have every topic in there from the Crew Motorfest, the Crew 2, to Need for Speed Heat, Need for Speed Unbound, everything Need for Speed, and all kinds of other racing games. There's over 14,000 members there, so hit that link and join us. All right, let's get into this. All right, if you want to see the full list of things they patched, there's a link in the description to the article with all of the patch notes. I'm not going to be going over everything in this video, as not all of it is super interesting to me. I'm mostly interested in three things. The first is they reviewed the sessioning rules to avoid crewmates from disappearing from the current free roam session. You'd be in a free roam session with your friends or trying to go through a speed trap together, and then somebody disappears or you both disappear from each other's screens. It was a big mess. They actually took a look at that and tried to make some improvements, so we're going to test that later in the video. At number 2, they changed the rewind behavior with the feats. Now I'm going to get into this a little bit later. And number 3, they made several performance changes and fixes, so hopefully the game runs smoother. My game has been super framey pretty much since launch, and it's all the time, and it crashes like a lot. So hopefully they did actually make some improvements. I'm actually running an i9 with a 3090 GPU, so I really shouldn't be dropping frames at all, and I shouldn't be having crashing issues. It's a more than capable machine. That being said, it will take some time to test this out, so I can report that at a later date. But let's talk about the sessioning rules real quick. This is a big frustration for a lot of players, including myself. The amount of time I've spent trying to slipstream for speed traps in the summits is absolutely ridiculous, because every time we go there with a crew member, they're actually in my crew, we disappear from each other's screens, and it's almost impossible to get a slipstream going into those speed traps. So anyway, let's go ahead and test this out. Let's see if this actually was fixed. All right, you drive in front of me. Let's see what happens. All right, so far so good. We are pretty close to each other though. I'm gonna let you get farther ahead. Let's see what happens. Still see you?
Yeah.
Okay. Seems to be working. I still see you. All right, it definitely would have dropped connection by now. Or
Yeah,
it would have
for sure.
it would have resessioned us into a different free roam session for sure by now. So they definitely made some improvements, because it's
Yeah, we've been
sticking
together
with
this whole
it.
time.
All right, let's go into the summit speed trap. Let's see what happens. Actually, you keep driving. I'm gonna see how far you can go. You're still on the map.
Oh, okay.
Keep driving. Stop. You just disappeared. What happened?
Probably render distance or something.
Oh, you kept driving? Dude, your car stopped. It literally just stopped on the road, and I said you keep driving, and then you stopped and then disappeared. Whoop, you're back.
Oh, yeah, I just
I
turned
see
around
your name.
and come back.
Okay, wait, hold on, stay there.
Okay,
I
hold
see you
stop
on the
there.
map. Maybe fast travel. Yeah, I can zoom in and I can see you. So you're
Yeah,
here.
I'm close. I'm close enough to you now. Like I can see your name on the map.
Okay. Fast travel somewhere else, and then let's see if I can find you on the map since we're in the same crew. All right, you disappeared. Oh, you're over here. I see you over here. Hold on, let me zoom in. And you're there. Look at you.
Nice.
Look at you. Wait, can I select you? That's a set waypoint. I can't do that, but I can fast travel here. And then you should be right on the road behind me after I get out of this sand. I'm just spinning wheels. Hold on a second.
Yes.
There you are. All right, it works. Let's test the summit speed traps now. Look at you.
Oh my god, so far so good.
So far, so good.
I'm gonna try to tell you in.
Oh, you just disappeared.
Oh my god, yep.
You're gone.
Where'd you go?
Hello? 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 Oh man. Dude, they fixed it for
Where are
free
you?
roam, but not for summits. Oh, I see your name, but where? Nope.
I just drove forward a little bit. Yep, you're
Oh,
back here.
you're back
I see
here
you
now. Okay. Well, let's see if we can give it a go.
Are you ready?
Yeah. Whoa, I'm not ready. I'm not ready.
All right.
Try this again. Try this again. All right, here we go. Here we go. I'm rounding the corner. Oh,
Oh,
he disappeared.
you were like, yeah, I'm behind you now.
Hey, it worked. Also, I think I got a better score in the summit.
I got a better score too.
Let's go, dude. It worked.
Where'd you end up going?
I got 309.
Oh, nice. I got 331, dude.
All right, so I guess to sum up this part of it, it looks like they kind of fixed it. Like they definitely made improvements, specifically to the free roaming part of it. I know that the speed trap in the summit is like a free roam situation, but they actually made it better in the free roam than they did in the summit activities. And I think maybe they'll address that in a future date or at a future date. But this one, I don't know. It's better. Let's just say that it's better. I recently made a video talking about the players using the feats and third-party software called macros to cheat the system and gain tons of XP, which completely undermines the monthly XP leaderboards, and they addressed this issue, but in the absolute worst way possible. They basically made it so you cannot rewind an escape or a speed trap and go through it again to rack up lots of parts and money. When you go to do your rewind, the rewind stops wherever the red circle is at the time. Then to do that feat again, you actually have to restart the feat from the beginning, which means you're at a dead stop and you have to try again. It takes a lot longer to grind these types of events. That basically makes it impossible to grind parts and money the way we used to, like this escape called Peacock Flats. And it's not going to stop the macro users from using their third-party software to gain an advantage. Those users are using speed traps mostly, and they still can. They won't be able to rewind. However, they can go through the speed trap, press the reset button instead of the rewind button. They get their rewards, and then they still can just start the feat over again using their macro. Now, it's still a repetitive loop that can be used with a macro. Now, obviously, they won't be getting the XP as fast, or the money as fast, or the parts as fast. However, the amount of XP or money was never the thing they were after. Once you get to a certain amount of money, you don't need any more money in the game. Once you get to a certain number of XP, you won't be getting any more legendary points for the end of the month. So what is the point of doing it? Well, the point is to get your name at the top of the leaderboard. That's all they wanted. They just wanted more XP than the next guy over. And this fix is not going to stop them from doing that. They can still use a macro to run a speed trap 24/7 if they choose. The only people that this update affects are the people who aren't cheating. Now it will take 2 to 3 times longer to get your legendary parts, and it already took 5 to 7 hours of straight grinding a single speed trap over and over and over again just to get a full set. My guess is we will see a significant drop in player counts after this week. Once people realize the grind they're in for, they're not going to want to play this game anymore. What frustrates me the most is who cares how someone chooses to play this game so long as it's actually them sitting there pressing the buttons and not some third-party software doing it for them while they eat dinner. Don't get me wrong, the things they did fix needed to be fixed, and I'm glad that they did fix those things, but unfortunately, this update was a huge swing and a miss from my perspective, and on top of that, the summit rewards for this month have been atrocious as well, which is kind of the whole reason to play the game after you beat the playlist. Like, once you're done with the playlist, what are you doing? Grand races and summits, and you need parts for summits, and if you're just gonna grind out all these parts for the summits better be worth it, especially now that the grind is going to take 2 to 3 times longer. It's just this circle that everything affects another thing, and the one thing that they were trying to stop is not going to be stopped. Next month, you are definitely going to have people on the leaderboards getting ridiculous amounts of XP using macros. It just won't be the same amount as you're used to seeing for this month. So what happened with this update? I just really don't understand it at all. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little bit nervous about the future of the game after this. I really hope next month's Summit have some better vanities and cars so people still want to play the game. That's honestly the biggest issue with the game right now, is there's not enough reason to play those summits. I think if they want to keep it this way and they're not going to go back on this decision to sort of make these feats not rewindable, then they need to offer better sets for summit rewards, not just one legendary street part or one legendary drag part. They need to have full sets, or at the very least half sets. They used to do this in the Crew 2. They would have half legendary sets, and sometimes they would actually put in exclusive boosted sets that have better affix stats on them. Like, even that would be amazing, because that would bring people back to the summits and they could get their parts by playing in the summits. Anyway, I'm glad they put out an update. I'm really frustrated with how they chose to address this macro issue. However, there's nothing we can do about it now. The only thing we can do is continue to grind the game, and I am going to continue to put content out as long as you guys keep coming to watch these videos. Thank you so much. I hope I haven't come off too whiny in this video. Sometimes I get a little bit passionate and it comes off whiny, but I'll catch you on the next one. Trigger out.